landscape rapidly evolves. The cutting-edge training program that just launched locally. Good evening, I'm Brianna Arredondo in for Linda Hurtado.
And I'm Haley Hines. Thanks for joining us. First at 5, an unthinkable crime. A Pasco County mother is accused of killing her 6-year-old son. Justine Moroz appeared in court virtually this afternoon, charged with second-degree murder. And tonight we've confirmed she was also employed by the Pasco County School District. Fox 13's Kylie Jones is joining us live from Pasco County with the details. Kylie, what more can you tell us?
Haley, this is just a tragic story all around. We have learned from court filings that Justine Moroz had allegedly called 911 and told dispatchers that she had killed her 6-year-old son and was trying to kill herself. Again, this is just a tragic story, but Pasco County deputies had responded to the family's home on Drexel Road in Land O'Lakes. Court documents show the call came in just before 10 a.m. According to an arrest affidavit, Moroz told deputies there had been an incident involving her son who had special needs. She allegedly admitted to deputies that she snapped. Fox 13 spoke with neighbors at the scene yesterday, and as you can imagine, they were shocked and saddened by that scene last night.
Quiet streets, quiet neighbors, everybody speaks to themselves. It's been a great area to live. It's just not what we were expecting at all in this neighborhood. Everybody here looks out for everybody. All the neighbors look out for each other.
The Pasco County School District confirmed Moroz worked as an itinerant at the district, not a classroom teacher. In a statement, the district said, quote, "On behalf of the entire Pasco County Schools family, we extend our deepest condolences to all who are grieving. We are deploying crisis teams to provide care and support to those affected by this heartbreaking event." Now, at her first appearance this afternoon, the judge did order Moroz to stay behind bars without bond, and the judge also set her pretrial detention hearing for October 27th. Haley.
All right, Kylie Jones reporting tonight in Pasco County. Kylie, thank you.
Now to Tampa, where we've learned a 7-year-old girl was hit and killed by a truck last night. It happened just before 8 p.m. at the corner of North 56th Street and Society Park Boulevard. Troopers tell us 3 kids ran into the path of an oncoming Chevy Silverado, and each one was taken to the hospital where the 7-year-old later died. The 11-year-old and the 8-year-old she was with are both expected to recover. The driver stayed there at the scene and is cooperating with the investigation. Meanwhile, an arrest warrant has been issued for a woman wanted in connection with a hit and run that seriously injured 2 Pasco County teens. Authorities have identified the suspected driver as 25-year-old Kelsey Moorman, who they say fled to Memphis, Tennessee after the crash. That's where troopers tell us they recovered that truck involved. Investigators say 16-year-old Caden Paradise Smith and 15-year-old Darius Maddox were riding a mini bike on October 12th when they were hit by an F-150 at the corner of New York Avenue and US 19. Family members tell us both have undergone multiple surgeries since then and remain in the hospital tonight.
An arrest warrant has also been issued for an illegal immigrant accused of fleeing the country after running over a bicyclist in Polk County back on October 9th. The Polk County Sheriff's Office is looking for 21-year-old Eric Perez de Leon. They say he is from Guatemala and had been living in Lakeland. According to witnesses, the 28-year-old victim was riding inside the fog line along Campbell Road West when De Leon slammed into him from behind, ran him over, got out of the car and looked at him, and then ran him over again before taking off. The victim remains in critical condition. Deputies believe De Leon fled to Guatemala. They say he lived with 2 other illegal immigrants who are now in ICE custody. Cleaning up the streets and sending the worst illegal immigrants back to their home countries. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem says that is what ICE officials have been doing the last 9 months, ever since President Trump returned to the White House. And she says more than 480,000 illegal immigrants have been arrested nationwide. Noem made a stop in Manatee County today, and as Fox 13's Kimberly Quizon reports, she highlighted the region's efforts as partnerships with local law enforcement continue to grow.
Illegal rifles, handguns. You see drugs that have been taken off of our streets.
Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem says all of these items were at one point in the hands of people in the country illegally. They are now off the streets of Manatee and Sarasota counties. Secretary Noem says it's a job that is ongoing. Since January, they've made big progress.
The Department of Homeland Security has arrested over 480,000 criminal illegal aliens. 70% of those individuals have criminal charges against them or have been convicted.
Nome spoke about 4 undocumented men arrested from the Manatee and Sarasota County region. Their crimes range from murder to sexual assault and domestic violence. All had prior arrests. While some had been previously deported, they re-entered the country. Nome stressed the importance of law enforcement partnering with ICE.
Florida has been, I think, the state that has provided the most law enforcement agreements under the 287G than any other state, and it shows that they recognize the importance of bringing individuals to justice that have convicted crimes against the people that live in their communities.
While ICE has faced criticism for their arrest tactics, Nome says those here legally should have nothing to fear.
They have no fear whatsoever if they're in this country abiding by our laws.
Nome thanked law enforcement and says their work is not yet finished.
We will continue to bring murderers and rapists, those who perpetuate violence, pedophiles, gang members in our communities. We will go after them, bring them to justice, and we will save lives.
From Manatee County, Kimberly Quizon, Fox 13 News.
Nome is also encouraging illegal immigrants to self-deport. Those who agree to do so will get $1,000 and a ticket home from the federal government. Then they can work on re-entering the U.S. legally.
Police in Pinellas Park have arrested the man accused of robbing a Wells Fargo bank over the weekend. Investigators say Mark Grace walked into the bank on US 19 North Saturday, implied that he had a weapon, then handed the teller a note demanding money and then took off with the cash. We're told police tracked him down this morning. Grace is now charged with armed robbery and is being held in the Pinellas County Jail. Internet users all around the world are still facing some disruptions tonight because of a problem at Amazon's cloud computing service. Today's outage took down several dozen sites of major online services. AWS is the service provider behind nearly a third of the global cloud infrastructure. Around 3 this morning, there was an outage at AWS data centers on the East Coast, and that caused apps and websites, including Ring Doorbell and sites like McDonald's, to be knocked offline. Even Coinbase, the massive cryptocurrency exchange, was disrupted, along with gaming sites like Roblox and Fortnite. Meanwhile, many remote workers had trouble logging in, and at one point, travelers using airline websites, including Delta and United, were unable to check into their flights and had missing seat assignments.
It does really emphasize and underscore how vulnerable we are as a country when we have so much of our basic services going through one tube that can be cut off like this.
It does have this cascading impact where one system goes down, then another, and then suddenly half the internet is gone.
Amazon pinned the outage on issues related to its domain name system, and it converts web addresses into IP addresses so websites and apps can load on internet-connected devices.
New at 5, the cybersecurity field is growing fast, especially with advancements in AI. Now a local tech firm and Florida Polytechnic University are teaming up to train students to defend the school and businesses from constant digital attacks. Fox 13's Carla Byron got a first-hand look at their new cutting-edge cybersecurity center on campus.
In this standalone center at Florida Polytechnic University,
we have to always make sure that we keep the security in mind, but also the business.
Paid student interns are getting real-world experience hunting digital threats.
The amount of threats that we see just in email, this is not including other types of threats, but just in email, is over 70,000. So that's quite a lot to look through.
The institution partnered with Lakeland-based cybersecurity company Citadel to launch the Security Operations Center inside the Barnett Applied Research Building. The company provides operational and technical support, while Florida Poly provides the space.
Attackers have gotten more sophisticated, as we heard from Citadel talking about that. The things that used to just be attacked towards large enterprises, they can now replicate those attacks for near zero cost to even small businesses.
This collaboration will help meet the growing workforce demand and bring more high-paying jobs to Lakeland. The demand for cybersecurity professionals keeps rising. According to a state report, jobs for information security analysts are forecast to grow 39% between 2021 and 2029. After students learn how to defend against threats, they'll advance to phase 2. exploring threats coming down the pipeline, including artificial intelligence.
Is AI going to be stagnant? Is it only going to be revolutionizing social engineering, or is it going to redefine the way we think about malware or workstation security or server security? We're going to leverage the students and their research focus to make sure that we have answers for those questions before it's too late.
Designing solutions for the threats of tomorrow. In Lakeland, Carla Byron, Fox 13 News.
And still to come, more questions than answers tonight as the feds investigate a possible threat to Air Force One in South Florida.
The Secret Service discovering a suspicious hunting stand with a direct sight line to the president's plane. What we're learning as the FBI combs for clues ahead at 5:30.
Plus, thanks to decades of research, we now know more about breast cancer and how to treat it than ever before. But unfortunately, many misconceptions persist, and even among the